Our next guest is the Vice President of Programs for Parent to Parent of Georgia. Parent to Parent of Georgia is an organization that offers a variety of services to Georgia families impacted by disabilities or special health care needs. They have been servicing families from birth to 26 years of age for over 30 years. Please welcome Satara Nayak.
Satara, thank you so much for joining us here on In Contact. We have so much to talk about. Where do we start? Oh my goodness. Tell me about your organization.
Sure. This organization is called Parent to Parent of Georgia, and what we do is we help families who have children with disabilities with special health care needs, birth to 26. We help them navigate the special education system as well as Georgia's healthcare system.
Okay.
And we do this by through our 7 core services. One of them is our telephone support. Basically, it's one-on-one assistance. So when a parent calls, we just talk to them and find out what's going on, and then connect them to resources within their community, provide them with information that they would need,
Right.
Whether it is school related or healthcare related. And then we also are able to match one parent to another parent, and that's kind of like the heart and soul of our organization. So essentially, if a parent calls and say they have a child with autism, they've just been diagnosed, they have an 18-month-old, we'll ask them, and it's overwhelming and lots going on. So we'll ask them, do you want to talk to a parent who has a 3-year-old? And if they say yes, then we match them with another parent.
That's great.
Right, who's been through this before,
Right.
and they can kind of help them, with the emotional piece. And that's a big thing. I mean, that's really, one of parent-to-parent's signature services.
Why is that so important? How did you figure that out? Like, I need to speak with someone who's going through or went through something I went through. What is that about? Why is that a signature service?
Because I think one of the things is nobody can understand what somebody has gone through unless they've gone through it themselves.
Right.
And it does not have to be the exact same issue or topic, but having a child with a disability is another world. And so for somebody to be able to say, I understand what you're going through, that's powerful.
Wow.
And I think that helps because, it helps to know that there is hope out there.
Right.
And that, there are things that your child can do.
Right.
Because usually when you get a diagnosis, sometimes the doctors or other professionals are telling you all the things that your child cannot do, or all the things that your child may not be able to do. But to see another parent who has succeeded and whose child is thriving, I think that gives hope. And the other thing is, I think also important, is not to feel alone and isolated, because it can make you isolated. And I think that's kind of one of the important things for a parent to know, that they're not alone. And we are here to match you to another parent so that you can connect with them. And usually, the beautiful thing about these matches is sometimes you're just connecting with whom you think might be a stranger, but the common bond is that diagnosis or that issue that you're connecting with about your child.
Wow.
And sometimes that has led to big friendships, and then it has even led to support groups.
Yeah, you make your own community.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
So it gives you this pathway into the community that you're looking for, and removes that isolation piece. That is, lots of families who have children with disabilities or special health care needs, isolation is a big part of it.
Right.
And that, we try to help
lonely.
with that barrier.
Right. Now, when you're helping, who gets pretty much, how do you pick? Is it a certain special need that you pick, or is it every, any situation? How does this work?
We serve all disabilities.
All
so
disabilities.
All disabilities. And even you do not have to have a diagnosis or a disability. Sometimes we get calls like, there's something going on with my kid. I
Not
really
even
don't know
know.
what it is.
Right.
And you just have to call us, because all our services are free. So just call us.
Free?
Yes. And we don't charge for anything. So anybody can call. And there's no formal referral process. So as a parent, you can just pick up the phone and call us. And then we will talk and figure out to see what kind of supports you might be able to access, and how to connect you to local resources. I think one of the other things is that almost all of us who work here are parent to parent. We are parents ourselves who have children with disabilities. So we get that piece.
Right.
And so
Is that what one of the reasons why you're here.
Right.
This is
Right. And I'm a parent of a child with a disability. And actually, I started off like that. I called parent to parent first to find a supporting parent. My child has a rare diagnosis, and they matched me to another parent. And I thought, wow, that is awesome. And then I started looking at other volunteer opportunities. And so I started volunteering for parent to parent, and now I'm here with a job with them. And most of our staff have come that way. We do reach out to our volunteers to see if they would be interested if the position comes open.
Right.
But the idea is that one of the criteria on almost all our job descriptions is that you have to be a parent of a child with a disability. Because I think that gives us the empathy factor, the connection factor
Exactly.
to another parent.
Oh. Now, is it all children that you? Is there any adults or special needs adults like in a family? What do you have a certain age group for that?
Yes, we serve birth to 26.
Okay.
And the
to
reason,
26.
yes, and the reason for 26 is that Individuals with Disabilities Education Act (IDEA) states that a child can be in school until their 22nd birthday.
Okay.
And so the idea behind 26 is that it gives another 4 years for transition into adulthood. So whether it is post-secondary education, or whether they're going to a job, or whether they're, whatever career or pathway the young adult is choosing, that we can support with that transition, connect the parent or the individual to resources that would help smoothen out that transition into adulthood. So it's, and when I say 26, I know it's a number that we have to put in there because we are grant driven, so we have to put it on our grants.
Right.
But we've got calls from people who have, siblings who are 33 or 45, and so they call us, and it's not that we don't turn anybody away. It's just that we do have a special needs database of resources, and it's online, so anybody can access it, and it has about 5,000 resources in there, and it's constantly kept updated. So our resources are geared to that age group, birth to 26. And like I said, it's easy to access, so I would highly encourage people to go on there and look up. And you can go in there and put like physical therapist and look Cobb County, and then a list will pop up.
Right.
And that'll give you some resources to start working.
Got it. The application process, trying to get involved, trying to be a part of this organization. Can you kind of give me a rundown, a little, like almost step-by-step rundown on how this works?
Okay. So most of our parents, they've called us and they've got supports from us, but you don't have to. There are some parents who are like, I want to give back, I want to connect to other parents. One of the things to do is to become a supporting parent for us, where you are that parent that we call and say, hey, I have a parent who has a 3-year-old with autism, would you be able to support them?
Right.
And when I mean support, it's basically a conversation over the phone. That's what we ask of our supporting parents. So they can join us as a volunteer that way.
Right.
And in order to become a volunteer, we do have a little bit of a training process.
Okay.
To train a supporting parent on how to become, basically, I think all of us can learn from it because we teach a lot of listening skills.
Right.
Because we're not here to tell the parent what they should or shouldn't do. We're here to empower the parent.
Wow.
Parent is they are their child's best advocate.
So you're teaching you're empowering.
Right.
By teaching.
Right.
And letting this knowledge. That's
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yeah. So we're not here to
That's
tell
amazing.
you. Yeah. Because we value every family, and every family has, the power to make choices and decisions. And what we are there is to just lay out the choices for them. And they should pick what works best for their family, what works best in their situation. So that's what that we do, especially in our one-on-one assistance. And we also do trainings. Our trainings on education topics as well as healthcare topics, and all our trainings are free, and it's pretty easy. You as a parent, or you can just pick up the phone and say, hey, I have 10 friends who want to learn more about Georgia's Medicaid. Can you come out and do a training for us?
Right.
And we will work out the logistics, and the only thing that we need is an electric socket to plug in our projector.
Right.
We've done trainings in all sorts of places, and we'll bring the handouts and everything. But it's an opportunity for families to learn, and learn together as a group too. So our trainings are also free and are out there as part of the services that we provide.
Wow. What would you say is a downfall side of what would something be that you feel as if as an organization you need help from the community with, or you need to just be a better situation with it? Like, what's the, because I know you guys offer so many amazing resources, and you need funds.
Right.
Tell me what happens
it's
there.
funding, and I think also that
So funding is
because we are
definitely-
and we're a
Yeah.
statewide organization,
Yeah.
and so we want to make sure that we have staff placed in different parts of Georgia.
Right.
But of course, our organization in total, we are about 25 to 30 staff total.
25 to 30 staff total.
Right. And this is not the staff who are, and then the staff who are actually talking to families is lesser than that, because we have other staff, who are doing other work. So
Oh my
for
goodness.
for 25 people to reach the entire state of Georgia is a task. And
Say the least.
Right. And we really want to make sure that we are reaching especially those areas that are underserved, where there aren't lots of resources. Although we cannot maybe start a resource there, but we can provide support.
Right.
We can help that parent navigate so that that parent is not feeling alone in their corner. We can empower that parent to start something in their own community.
Right.
So those are some of the things that we can do. And so, having funding in order to have more staff in all of Georgia would be really wonderful.
Right. How can we help?
So I think one of the best things is to get the word out.
Get the word out.
To let people know, parents know that we are here. We're here to support you. We're here to walk with you. We're here to empower you.
Yeah.
And
This is alone is empowering. Just to hear all of this that's going on, and your takeaways to let everyone know what.
I just want to let every parent know that there is hope out there, and that you are not alone.
You're not alone.
We are here to walk
So
with
Tara,
you.
I can't thank you enough for all that your organization and all that you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
There's so much going on. There's so much resources out there. We as a community can be together, help each other, so we can help everyone else. Thank you so much. Be informed. Be in contact.